Respected figures around the world, and now he is in Canada. Tibet's spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, is in Ottawa for a 3-day visit. The 72-year-old Buddhist monk offered his teachings today to a packed crowd at the Ottawa Civic Centre. But it is his meeting with Prime Minister Stephen Harper tomorrow that is creating a lot of buzz. It will be the first time a Canadian Prime Minister will hold formal talks with the exiled spiritual leader. Harper joins a growing group of Western leaders who have decided to meet with the Dalai Lama despite objections from the Chinese government. The Dalai Lama is currently on a North American tour to promote Tibetan autonomy and the preservation of Tibetan Buddhist culture ahead of the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing. All right, and joining us now with more on the Dalai Lama's visit in our Toronto studios, we are joined by Norbu Sering. He is the president of the Canadian Tibetan Association of Ontario. So, Mr. Sering, you and I, we were listening on to the Dalai Lama. Is it what you expected to hear him say?
Sorry?
Did he, his speech, what he said, is it pretty much what you expected the Dalai Lama to say?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty, what he tried to say is like his life is dedicated to 3 things. The first is like to bring a harmony and tolerance and acceptance and forgiveness and compassion in this world. And second one, he's tried to bring all the religious groups in together to play a harmony key roles. And third one is he tried to play a key role as a Tibetan to come to the conclusion with the Chinese brutality and all this related. So he's really talking about the peace, how, I mean, your inner circle. It starts from your inner circle. You make it your home like a peaceful, and you know, your heart should be warm, and that expanded to your neighboring and your you know, community and the rest of the world and the universe. That this is like a bit key message he's passing to all the people listening to him today.
When he speaks, is that that is the traditional message? Was there something that he said that you did not expect here?
No, I mean, he's, like I said, he have no hidden agenda, but he's tried to, you know, promote his peace and compassion, and that's the really I expected, and he's...
Were you surprised when he said, you know, I like George Bush, I'm not so sure about his policy on Iraq, though?
No, I'm not really shocked, because he, as a human being, he liked the George Bush, but as a policy of, like, you know, the war, I mean, he's not accepting that one, which is definitely, I understand.
What do you expect he might say to our Canadian Prime Minister, Stephen Harper, when he meets with him tomorrow?
Yeah, if, I mean, a Canadian troop is not, you know, in Afghanistan to fight for, I mean, fight for Afghanistan, but we are there as a peacekeeping. Definitely there is. We are not violating any, like, a peace accord, and we are not killing any innocent people. Definitely there will be, you know, such, you know, talks where he's always going to make it with our Prime Minister, Stephen Harper. But however, he will definitely appreciating that Canadian as our, you know, peacekeeping missions try to do something for keep the peace in Afghanistan.
We know that the Dalai Lama is a Nobel laureate. He recently obtained that congressional medal from George Bush. He's an honorary Canadian citizen. Is he making an impact on the modern world?
Yes, definitely. I mean, steadily, I mean, his message has been heard by a lot of, like, people and a lot of governments. And that's the, like, I mean, good sign that the bigger nations are standing up behind the fact and try to come up with some resolution of, like, a peace, and let's make it like our world more peaceful. We can live together as a brotherhood and as a human being.
All right, well, we'll be watching to see what that meeting is like between the Dalai Lama and Prime Minister Stephen Harper tomorrow. Norbu Sering with the Canadian Tibetan Association of Ontario, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jacqueline.
In other news, a major